National Program Manager, Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition, and then the Okame Hon Waha, Bekwa Huma. So, the Munidi Kano, let's start here for some meanty and some Mampeni, editor Jana Fee, Yaba, near Tennessee, na Yashian Komono, na Yakichi.
Calling for, and at some stage or another, the government has to organize itself to respond to it, is this whole. They talk about reviewing SHS. I think we should have a broader conversation about the incidence of education on our national development and therefore also on our budgetary and public sector contributions to national education. Because so many of the issues that you have brought forward, even though there are single items, all feed into the broader conversation of how much money is a society prepared to devote to education in all its various ramifications, whether it's talking about the feeding of children, whether it's talking about allowances for nurses and for teachers, we're talking about the level of monies that are devoted to scholarships, public scholarships. All of this should form part and parcel of that discussion. Already we spend considerable amounts of money on education in budgetary terms. I think you're aware of it, higher than virtually all the countries on the continent. But nevertheless, as you can see from your own recital, it's still, if you like, inadequate. Yeah, because if it was adequate, it would deal with the amount that is spent on students for the feeding program. It would deal with the issue of training allowances. It would deal with the issue of scholarships. All these are the direct result of budgetary constraints that there are in the system. Already there are some who are eager to curtail some of these important initiatives like the free senior high school policy. There are powerful forces in the society that are against it and who are insisting that education should be what your parents can afford, and they should all contribute to paying for education. The same at the tertiary level. But I have a different view. I think that it's a public good. The benefits of it for the nation, for the society are obvious.
We Brana Omampeni and National Union of Ghana Students NUGS Asia and in some way Etuja and Tisabre de Minura Festus Ebesha Sebre Simonoso Yen Sabeka Ura Kofi Asare na Edu Watchna or also na Twinkomo Mr. Festus mo adwomo akwaba
yeah.
Bibi abokode
Adom tie da mechia wo ne utifo
eyo etifo ejoso ahwefo joso we the medical bisa ne seja mo na mo wo system num obampani eja opotoyo kan brofo brother dialogue any momuka review no we no if an the line beto say ye funding public funding mse free SHS no public funding, public air funding. It is one penny can say ya. If I draw line, the sorry my can, the former president can, the SUS CSUs ni be a Canadian. And no be no man penny can, and I say, Gina baby fufro.
Yeah, let me say, there's any opportunity now. First of all, as a coalition, ye dwumadia ne se behwe se akure pia wo man mu ebe kusku na wanya quality education.
Yeah.
Na president announced here say oba introduce government eba introduce free SHS policy no.
Yeah.
Which means said there was a very high level of interest by Ghanaians. So that indicates the level of the level of interest that Ghanaians indicate how passionate Ghanaians were, especially with regards to its effectiveness and sustainability. Now, let me say, as a coalition since 1999, it's all geared towards complementing the effort of government in providing quality education for the Ghanaian child. Now, during the implementation of the F-Cube, I'm going back because we need to also learn from experiences from the past. Now,
the free basic,
the free compulsory universal basic education implementation. Okay. Me say we did a lot of monitoring of that of the FQ program, and we also monitored a lot of government interventions such as the capitation grant and also the school feeding program. In addition to other interventions, buying previous governments are implementing over the years. Now, experience from that background, actually, with the implementation of the free SHS, though it's a very good idea, but then there was the need for some level of extensive stakeholder consultation, because say na ye na ehun hia say o set me ema obi ahun kwan obi a ebe boane no ye ma ne ho kwan na ono so etimi enkyere na adwen. But
Mr. Festus, Mamen kwa ahumai so na memra mesi aba me ni Owura Kofi Asare Edu Watch penny ewa ahuma so. Mr. Asare, what you nka mbo adwoba UTV so anwumre?
Yeah, jamisia oni efo.
Bibi aboko de.
Oko.
Me te wo nka na ache.
Me shawara na mo so.
Yeah, adominanti yo. Mr. Asare de yen sit na anim street. The Omampenia can be beside Mr. Festus was said the Omampenia can say broader conversation, dialogue, any sir review near the line near the better to him. The same thing, and Omampenia can be different.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, there be a humana actually there been some last studio. I remember Mr. Festus. So first of all, not to us,
but first of all, me said me twin said I never buy.
We were cancer no answer between kwano. Edu baby e na de brofo na fra nya twi.
Like I was saying, with past experience, enti ni aye ni say hu say
past experience no never been na mu hu ye ntia na me force e wo se na ye nya sa broader consultation na wo kan F cube no de ben na collation ni hu ya na aban na bu na ni gu so e problems by.
For instance, ye nyina gi to mu say the implementation of F cube no enrollment increases significantly.
Okay.
Now, say there will be the need for enough infrastructure to accommodate the increased numbers.
Okay.
Well, and he say by car say obabe implement the free SHF program. You need to say a very good policy ababe implement because ababe boa ama omo asebi ebia say scanty omuntimi enku school no at least enu be ma omo ho kwan ma mo atimi akọ school akọ secondary school.
Okay.
Now organizing press conference because who said there was no that stakeholder consultation was not really done until organizing a press conference to and also issue the position paper to Aban. Say yadwin wo kwan a ebia Aban befa ama wa implement policy no ama na implement ama na boa obia. Now one of the issues that we talked about has to do with infrastructure because him say the introduction of the policy is going to lead to an increased enrollment.
Yeah.
And there was the need for us to be prepared. The question was whether we're ready as at the time to accommodate the numbers in terms of infrastructure. And we advised Aban because the previous government at the time had started certain projects, especially with regards to the free, is it the community
e-blocks, no?
The e-blocks project,
Okay.
And now we knew that some of those projects were completed as at that time, and others were at about 50 of those projects were at various stages of completion. So we advised, say, if government could, go ahead to complete some of those projects to be able to accommodate the increased numbers. And so it was an advice we gave. Then we believe, say, if government had gone by that, we believe, say, at least it would have prevented some of the problems that we all saw happening. Aside that, when we are talking about quality, because it says, Akwanbeku school, now yes, access has increased, but say, Nipanuku school, and then odi be fee. Now we share because of the increased enrollment, you know, ama in Korana adoso. And we call one classroom crowd to move said there are a lot of students in a class. And we share teacher student ratio now.
Okay.
Now it was so bad. Now this obviously would negatively impact on quality or on the kind of educational outcomes that we all expect to achieve. Oh, and in our when it comes to access, most of these our secondary school buildings were constructed so many years ago without really taking into consideration access for persons with special needs, especially children with special educational needs, any ABR, even for girls, you know, because they are also vulnerable when it comes to the issue of providing them with changing rooms or making the school environment so comfortable for them to also go to school and stay in school and complete school. Well, you know, these were issues that we raised at the time. Now,
Mr. Kofi Asaraba Humano so be called Masayaba. Mr. Asare, we dey your Ahumani to ko wa sayaba da same Samuel Kwaba.
Yo, we dey me champion for any bia any for new tifos.
Okay, we dey tiawa dey na me bisa ne say na course na fiase yenye review my money be ashase politicians opinion leaders asorema and CSOs ni ade one penny say ehia osise base ye conversation about funding ready say be dialogue and on this review no ye the line be to him
say Omo follow for review now. Yeah, say me review kind it was really along the lines of the financing. Financing man and yeah can review because now I buy come scanner yeah grand program yeah. Kakana also said the boy basic me secondary now do not put secondary na basic software. And then you can't review. I didn't carry with the car. That's a problem. Basic education I very very well catered for. Secondary so yeah go be and carry review but there were financial constraints and you know kakra be na no say me check am I so be your well education sector anymore and then sorry to me by you raise here and when he say Madam Pedin say we are ready for a financial conversation on the financial components there now the same issue now Emerson no so then can but say in that yes you do to say policy no effective you can say policy effective I say but tire I would see when you say policy no edeba no edeba but type post like a say any part of senior high school no I want to mean campus school no do not go school increase enrollment and then I say in anymore no about 90% of them will junior high school and then almost to go senior high school into policy no effective but issue no efficiency no policy no effective no sika and I would effective into sika do na would policy money effective and I'm sure say efficient and efficient for other countries South Africa say running free senior high school more than 12 years Uganda they debate 10 years but show me the sika we show me them no what they compare them better half it's me efficient and necessary
Mr. Sorry but I want to move make kakra ye de no dooso ana yeso na omo de no so na omo de na ye
yeah de no sika na ye spend way free senior high school no more than twice South Africa de no it's time say yeah de no yeah man ko la de na la pay de nyimbre ye ton tade show ye more cloth ye more free exercise book free kits na tomon just bia dress or head to two into no boy dey omo dey no dey ye ma 1 million dey pay me if your office am ye dey say one say fees dey charge that dey free that and no no share all the models now Uganda Sierra Leone and there na ye dey very expensive into na say oboni friend cost optimization and then say obetumi ashe kwan abefa so a obete e kan so affected the effectiveness of policy. And now, the discussion I was having on the financing. And then you bet me a year free financing anymore. Enko ma osimisi and into the amount of Messi and on to go school. Maybe that discussion can be a fresh and we in let him say a day bit night day. A bit have a bit not say a can so still the policy no a be effective and will be a wait.
Sorry, me to Asia. We say free SHS by backlog in the door soon enrollment na enkwala na busu no. There's this a year chance here to say review some you see you e bi nsemu wo bi ye ni kan ye ma omo nsemu wo bi betumi no omuntua me person bi say saa omo nsemu wo bi no ntua na mani ahye bibi ho a echo rounds ba wontumi fa won sense so omo wo bi no ntua wontumi hu the source and kasenti but the question bi say na say eno ene ye be yi nyoma bi afrim South Africa de no wo wadwem ne we na oman ne nye
options I want the endorse na ya na e dey kakra say e be ka say we and we because ye anka ne papa mu di anka na ye kan ye tribomu a anka secondary education di anka say it me expanding along the day school concept sana South Africa dey na tie sana Kenya dey na tie sana Africa now bi o free senior school bi na e dey
okay
by hand in anka beginning no anka ye build the infrastructure now for the policy now yam building in favor more day schools. Because the more we have more day schools, the more the boy but quality may affected. Second, another option is say you buy items to be free buying it cheap.
Okay.
For example, when you more school, your more junior high school, not a while for an able to anymore. Or more junior high school to the more one I show most African I got my basic junior high school today. And you know, I'm quite did you say, let's say, how for a buy a cow in, maybe I need how for a day. Send me check. I see car buying spend or Colabia or seniors could be an identity one. We breaking it down by a day, a bear says Ghana cities. And Lucy's Ghana cities about 5 cities, 60 pesos. So, into a shop, and yes, it kept ya will be into me a day. The group to draw to me in because 77 graders are. Omo junior school train. Omo school class, kay mom, class, kay man, and mother got to the new. That's why I see this now.
Hello, Mr. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Where the brain to me say we na emfanwie na se bi se nkobotwetwe ne beto aso. E bi nso se Ghana ye nneoma na ye win-win dodo. CSOs ne other bodies ne ade no. So aban bi ba na nkwana nimde no wo ekopem kra na na se adwenkyire bi wa abonten e betumi kra na ne gye ye din ho no mo CSOs ne de mahwe na ye kɔ anim a ye ka dialogue ne review ne ade ye be den na adwenkyire na kɔ ye ba ko ne ye kɔ anim
and in that time ye ka say here a lot more on citizen government engagement ye dey say we need election ta and also be na no be ye tiro mindset our citizens now say to create a platform so mo kasa ban biti ye dem be ye kasa ba ban ti ye dem no o be mo kasa won and in the stress say to see your company kasa or say have a conversation na enye honest and ye mfa de kwedie ene honesty and find our conversation we no I offer kasa ban ti teacher for kasa ban ti school for kasa bainti, media for kasa bainti, CSOs kasa bainti. Ta bainti no ye honest. Now we take and friend position. Na say ye do bia jintreba na ye bomwa. Na say abanka say na ye say ya. Obia be aware of the responsibilities because of participating in the process. But say ye nkusia na ye kasa if ye kasa we are mo mfa dia e ba na sana okaso being contribute to our own boa because you kind one ye dey one find you. And you know e about say aban be open. Be truthful na oboni be kan be inclusive obia din kakra wo no ye makwan no be kire no kire a ye mfa enka policy no na obi ehu the contribution I was so making you say it na say so financial policy ni mo ye be no better na ya just to say policy ni there it has come to stay and you know mampeni na dream ye no ye bona baso na ye ne ya dream.
The government Almeda say Mijiri Bresim never to uncle twin so and you made us Ura Kofi Asare Edward na ne edwin komwe say na member studio na me sign emisa Ura Festus long Martin say Zwanti say dey we say mo CSOs ni ade no de mampani aken kwan ben e na mo be fa so na mo ne yɛbɛte ne yɛate ne yie because me no wɔtwetwe nkɔmmɔ wɔ ha F-Cube na mo wɔ mo concern free SHS na mo concern madwen kyerɛ no etumi ebi tumi eba mu senka eye we anke be bebe kwa yemfa ne akwa akopem mo so mo CSOC mo da ho wo ho kwan ben na yemfa so a adwen kyerɛ no eba ye nyina befa no man na konanim
yeah emi say that me see no man yi Kofi Asare edika kai no o say aban ema ho kwan na obia entimi edi na adwen embra na ye nyina ye accept policy no ye only policy no na ye hwe kwan be fa so amana ye na me start with the issue of the FQ. For instance, in 2013 ye research be with the implementation of the capitation grant policy. Now you realize from out of the research, one of the findings was that the capitation grant only constitutes about 38% of the cost of running the school. And it takes only 38%. And if it costs only 38%, then where is the difference of 62% coming from? Now, parents were not prepared, or parents are not prepared to fill that gap because education is free. And to say the back school poor, quite crowd the man the atons you crowd on farmer. A pencil or better about the bank of our trade of humanity. Abani said sometimes teachers need be Eddie or Musika Eddie supporting in Kodan school. And as CSOs know, one of the positions that we have taken and say or say abine and defining what is exactly free. As I say abine airborne homoding. Now, parents also have the responsibility to also support their children to have quality education. And they say, at least or say parents should also be given the opportunity.
We have a report, more private report, research.
Yeah, in fact, when we do our research, we engage with the Ministry of Education. For instance, recently we did a research that is an independent CSO audit of school infrastructure. Now, what we did was the first point of contact was to engage with the Ministry of Education to present our findings to them. But the good news is they have agreed to adopt the findings and also work on bridging the gap. And let me also say here, the Ministry of Education, they have at least they give us the opportunity to make input into a lot of their policies. In fact, we are represented on the Ministerial Advisory Board of the Ministry of Education and also represented on other committees at the national level of the Ghana Education Service. And like I was saying, the capitation grant, for instance, costs 38%. And based on this experience, we know, when it comes to the implementation of the free SHS program now, definitely parents may have to come in somewhere along the line. But now we share even with the saying, textbooks, for instance. We did a tracking of education resource in 2014, for instance. We realized textbooks are ECHO schools, about 30% of the textbooks don't get to their intended destinations or intended beneficiaries.
But I would say, me how to say, CSOs near the more adventure near the no but ebeba abayembeko de bia mo amatiti sa groups na mo de ye research to me aboa no ebeba to say free SHS F-Cube near the okay adventure ne beko but ababa say maban na wa me party na wa aban mu a de obi abeka bia no ono on twen akiri so ono so tumi nya power bia no de ne de aba nti de ebo bohu a ye kan to say the enrollment, quality teaching materials, infrastructure, and ade no. Sabri omanpani call for say conversation. The when pan any kind so much of minds okay. Say fund the fund there. I had any can tackle since I had the hard dream pa. Now actually it be a steps and say you numa you do in the best say you do in a better so. Sa kasadne because where research na we come. If we are not coca shelf. Still, no problems will persist.
Yeah, that is true. But like I said, with the recent research that we conducted, we are currently conducting a research into the free SHS policy implementation. It was just recently we have engaged the ministry with the research findings. We also engaged even the media, including UTV. We presented the findings to the media and also to the public. Now, we are yet to follow up on the extent of implementation of the recommendations our research document.
Minister response be no the mama.
Oh, in fact, they actually adopted the kind of say the report that we presented to them. They have promised to work with the with the recommendations in the report. And America said it was just recently.
Okay.
And we are yet to follow up to monitor how far or to what extent that they have tried to work with the recommendations that we have in the research document.
My last question, me put to a bisa ne se omanpani ka se ibetumi atwetwe ho komo kwan a aden de ni ntwamu de menyi ni se eno kranka okra party kuno ma ban mu menyi ni se Ghana fo be som se ye ntwam but enhihye bi ebetumi aboa na ye ene se mbisa o se de omanpani kan mfa se ukuo ni ye Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition se ka se omanpani ato nsafre coalition ya asembe na odu nanim a obeka fund dem betumi aboa na free SHS ayi
o se solution no ewo omanma nimo na emi se aban aka no ade a yende se abaja to because it is something that we have been advocating for.
Okay.
Say or say yetimi organizing an extensive consultation on the implementation of the policy to seek for stakeholder input. Say the truth of the matter is say when this activity is conducted, when stakeholders are given the opportunity to make input into the policy, the truth is there is only one expected outcome. The expected outcome is the situation where the policy would end up being implemented better than it is as we speak. What I say, and it is something that is going to help all of us. And let me say, for the president, that is the daddy of this country, to come out. He is the initiator, or this is his initiative. Now, there is the need for that stakeholder consultation to make input into the implementation. The idea, let me say, we really welcome that that statement by the president, but then we would appeal to the president to ensure, say, he walks the talk.
Young constituent saying, say, parties may move be but, and I say, the main parties idea from the 1992 constitutional year bay. So we were Bema, we are going to hardly say Obefa. Young constituent saying, and my last question, so the BBC Urakufa Sarano. The discussion say, one must be entry. Na one fu so munni bi no so yenya no yenya ne den
entina
yedi kan ye political parties ne yemfa om kan ho ana se win na ne yenko no because we hwe se ene ye tiwe se MPP ni ekoka o se me na ye media NDC ni ko che na adwen a na kwa se na wo kura wo kira se no me na me de buy because ampa during the 2016 campaign ni mde omunyina kan ye ebeye enye ye ntwen kakra ye ne kakra that kind of debate no yen constituent saying say fan sorry ni CSOs ni political parties ni nyina enko kira adwene ana say
Mr. Man Kofi Asare de kan eka say or say yema enukre NDD NDA name one or say honest say obi ordinary in fact nobody must be left out. Well, there's no stakeholder that must be left out because the solution lies in the hands of the stakeholders.
Okay.
Now, when we bring the stakeholders together, definitely there is going to be an outcome that will lead to an improvement in the implementation of the policy. Now, Sebanisana, Mijidi say credit no a comma abai say because for the introduction of this policy, ye na ye to say a dear a dipa.
Okay.
Na obia no ho beka say ade policy enye. Na but implementation and a professor about the effectiveness of it. And Timidika can say, prior to the implementation of the policy, after the announcement of the president, we realized that Ghanaians were so much passionate about the whole thing because of the high level of interest. So, people were so much interested, especially the coalition, because we know we are all over, and then our membership is across the country. And we are a coalition of NGOs working in the education sector, and we are the civil society mouthpiece on education in the country. And with that, at least we, as a coalition, we have realized that this interest of Ghanaians, especially it has led to the situation of Ghanaians were so much passionate about how we are going to make sure that the implementation is so effective, and aside the effectiveness, whether we will be able to have a sustainable source of funding the policy so that we don't have the kind of challenges that we are facing.
Okay. Medase Ora Festus Longmati and I'm networking and Komono on a Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition or more a penny programs manager and I'm networking yet see a human so say Ora Kufiasa Edu watch also not doing chair by young Cosway whom Komo Yendi ye send a bear a betna to me about mine be to me a mana ye the mumanya dakro person and father crew room. Tiering kakranka kram jirisi be hasran koma minu aba kwajewa sanso na kiru nyina edomasi etwa ho ba na eye red light so e sha se na nwumre dwede de bremu de ha de musibidi e di anim ado oni nyamentina yakram